Hey everybody, welcome to Dad Challenge Podcast. My name's Josh. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you're doing swell. It is crazy. We're going to talk about Kyra's... Some said it's an apology video. It's not an apology video. She's not saying apologies, I don't think, at all. And there's been some posts and some funny stuff, so I can't wait to take a look at this. We're going to read some comments. We're going to go to Reddit. It's just going to be a full day. So, let's go. Okay, so I left Kyra off by roasting her into oblivion, which she deserved, the four-flushing rat. I love the word four-flushing. Let's bring it back, okay? She's definitely a swindler. She's a crook. She's a dirtbag. She's just a 25-year-old dirtbag, baby. Farting in Preston's nose, maybe. Anyway, she's gross. And so people liked my roast. And, you know, it was from the heart. It was a roast from the heart because she's jerk. She's jerky. And so that's what she gets for being a jerk. I missed an opportunity by not putting the Will Smith, keep my mother effing wife's name out of your mother effing mouth. And I should have put that in at the end instead of the Universal thing. Both worked, but the Will Smith clip would have been better. Right? Let's all agree on that. Kyra loads this video up and decides after I roast her to do this video in a car with her nose zits. And let's take a look at what she has to say. And then we'll go read the comments because she kept her Instagram comments going. That's so funny. She takes off your YouTube comments, but leaves her Instagram comments. It doesn't even make any sense. You want your comments on YouTube, Kyra. You want the engagement. If she left her comments up and just let people just roll through with all the vitriol that she deserves, she would get more video views. Like the algorithm would like that. When you cut people off from commenting your videos on YouTube, you kill your reach. You kill it. Because the algorithm's like, well, you don't want people seeing this, obviously, so why would I put it out there? You got to play with the algorithm. You got to play nice with the algorithm. You got to do what the algorithm says. So doing this is a fail. Anyway, let's watch this hot garbage.
I'm absolutely...
Really? Jeez.
Absolutely terrified of making this video.
No, you're not. You're not terrified of making this video. There's things Kyra is terrified of. Rain, good hair, the sun reflection, you know, being a good person. I think she's scared of flying, or something, or water. I don't know. She's also scared of being celibate.
I have
scared of being in a monogamous relationship.
Thought about the way I feel and the way that I've wanted to talk about things for nearly 2 years.
Oh my God, 2 years. Like, how did you hold it on this whole time?
On camera. But the last time I got on way too soon on camera after something, it didn't end.
I mean something. What are you, Ilhan Omar? Some people did something. Something? You mean the breakup video where you're like giddy? And then I was reading some of the comments on the Reddit thread, and I gotta credit to Zoo, because one of the comments I read was, like, I got to show it to you now, because it's just the way it goes. And it was a really, really good list of things. Really good. Just well done, well articulated. Some people are just better. Just better at it, you know? And the pictures. This post here, made by Full Ad 476, says this: get off social media, Kyra. Advice. It's some advice for you. She broke up with her kid's dad, 7-year relationship, made crazy breakup video without any remorse, actually laughed about it, then filmed a Beneath the Sheets podcast right after and looked so happy and giddy. That's exactly it. I was like, that's what I wanted to say. And they said they articulated it well. Not only that, they did a bunch of videos after the breakup where she was just happy, lucky, just normal Kyra. And while Oscar's literally having a mental breakdown on camera, trying to process this because they didn't process it off camera. And she forced him to process it on camera. The only time Kyra cried, and I have the video, is when they said, okay, baby was coming to an end. Then she was like a literal mess. And kudos to Oscar for putting that out there, for like saying, hey, look, we're not together. We're not doing okay, baby. Because that's what she wanted to do. Remember? She's like, well, let's just keep it going. We're friends. Well, you live in the basement. I'll live up here with the kids. It'll all be good. Remember the audacity of her to say stupid things like, he's going to stay in the basement. I'm going to live, like, we're going to be friends living together. The audacity. Okay? Like, go fly a kite. Okay? Like, I know. I said what I said. Kick rocks. You just donut. Okay? But the only time she cried was when OK Baby was done, not when she broke up her family. That's got to mean something, right? Reason for the breakup, she wants to find herself. Denied dating, denied craving sex, denied all the rumors about dating Preston. DCP allegedly chatted with Hannah, and Hannah allegedly told him that K and P are in love and they are pretty much to live together. And I was right about that. That's absolutely true. DCP uncovered the threesome scandal. That's why she admitted to having been dating Preston, because I released the photo of them at the waterfall at the hotel. That's why she admitted to having been dating Preston, because I called her out. I called it out. The only reason she ever told the truth is because everyone else made her. The only reason she ever told the truth is because everyone else made her. She was called out because she was lying to everybody. She never took accountability. No, she didn't. The only way to live a happy life for Kyra is to be off social media. Live a private life. There's nothing that will satisfy the anger of her followers. If she thinks falling in love with P was inevitable, then she has to sacrifice her social media career. I mean, she can't have it both ways. People don't come back from something this big. Or she can try telling the truth about exactly what happened, but I don't see that will help. That won't help and make it worse. That's what she knows that. She's smart about that. I actually want her to live a good life, but a private one. It's a good comment. So, all that to say, that's what she said right here. She's like, you know that thing that I did that video with Oscar where he was like basically broken and I was laughing? You know? And so people were mad at me for that. Like, why were you mad? I was trying to express my feelings and find myself.
Very well. So I've been trying to wait for the right time and the right words, but that's not a thing. There
you can't say words anyway or spell, so nice try.
Isn't a right time or the right words. So I'm just going to ramble and I'm just going to share with you guys where my heart is at.
Your heart is it at there?
First thing I want to say is that I'm really sorry. I feel...
About what? Don't just say I'm really sorry. I'm sorry about what? And then don't go and just talk about something you're not sorry about. What are you sorry for? And be sorry to your family. Be sorry to Oscar. Don't come on camera. Who cares what we all think? And I know I say it because I'm sitting here commenting on her life. Why do you care? Your responsibility is to your family, who you know is going to hate you as they get older and learn about your debaucherous lifestyle. They're going to hate you.
I feel very embarrassed and frustrated with the way that I've handled things, the way I've talked about things, and mostly the way that I've let down people who really do love, support, and care about me and the kids and the family.
Yeah, and so the realization she's having here is because honestly, she's putting together her wedding table seating thing. It's like, oh my God, nobody likes me anymore. And here's why, Kyra. This gives me a breath of life that people still don't allow this stuff to be like the norm, because it is sort of creeping back to where it's like, yeah, do yourself, yes, queen slay. And like when we go through her comments, you'll see her lovers. I call them the Kyra lovers, right? The leg humpers. I'll call them forehead humpers. Okay, they're forehead humpers, and they're like, just none of your business, and they go on. But people are like, some people honestly in the world, yes, queen this stuff. They think it's normal to be like, yourself first always. It doesn't matter who you hurt. It doesn't matter if you have family. It doesn't matter if you have a fiance. It doesn't matter any of that. As long as you're happy, that is the only thing that ever matters to anybody. And I understand to a degree as human nature, being happy is important. You shouldn't have to live your life as a sad person either, right? If you're in an abusive relationship, if you're in a relationship where you're completely pushed aside and you're not experiencing any joy whatsoever, that's different. But Oscar was not doing that to her. That wasn't the case. She just wanted taint. She just wanted taint zits. That's all she wanted. She wanted someone else. The grass was greener. That was all that was. And that's why it's unforgivable. And thank God it still is, right?
I feel like one morning I woke up and I took off running and I haven't stopped.
You can't run. Sounds like you're out of breath, though.
Not to make it about me, because I'm not...
What do you mean? Why would you say that? This is all about you, Kyra. This is the only time you could say, this is about me. What do you mean not to make it about you? That's all this is, man. What do you think? Well, it's about your family too, I guess. She's saying.
I'm not the only one in this situation, and I'm not the only one with feelings and...
Oh, she's talking about Hannah.
...side, and I get it.
And Oscar. I'm about to cry a little.
So I'm just really sorry for not addressing it, for not saying whether things are true or not, or what portion of things are true or not. For me...
Oh, it's all true. And she, she's kind of pretending, she's kind of smug about this whole thing, but what she knows, Hannah is not going to tell you guys what Hannah did. Hannah's got a life to protect. Okay? She doesn't want to put her business out there. Good for Hannah. But I know what I know, and I believe what I believe. And I still think Hannah's a great person. Okay, I don't judge Hannah for doing things adults can agree to, right? I mean, I make fun of Kyra for all that stuff because she tried to keep it secret from everybody, and she's got children on the internet. Like, if you're a consenting adult and you want to do the things that she's engaging in, okay, I would never have a problem with that. Okay, I mean, go for it. You guys know me, like even with sex works and everything else. As long as you don't have kids it's going to affect, then who cares? Do you, boo? Go for it. Live your dream. Get STDs and stuff. I don't care. I'm just saying. People keep like thinking I'm slut shaming everyone. And to a degree I am. But at the same time, it's just because her kids are going to be the one who is affected in all this. She's not really. Preston's not really. You know, even Oscar to a degree is not really. It's the children that they put online for 7 years that this is going to affect. And it's going to be out there forever. And okay, baby, still. And that's just something that, you're right. A lot of people have said, why don't you call out Oscar? True. Oscar. Kyra, take down the videos with the kids in them. Take it down. They don't need to be up. And so the reason that we sit here and we say this and we're all talking about it, and especially me, is because in the end, this only affects your kids. Who cares how it affects you? You seem to not care. You have zero shame, Kyra. You literally have none. Nothing. No shame. And I mean, I'm surprised because it fit a lot in there. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why we talk about this. And that's why we talk about 8 Passengers and all these big scandals that happen inside family vloggers, because it's important to talk about, because that's one of the many aspects, one of the many reasons that family vlogging is wrong, because of the outcome of the scandals that inevitably happen in most family vlogs. Shay Carl, Jess Fam, Kyra, 8 Passengers, Doherty Dozen. And I'm telling you, the scandals that are going to come out about Doherty Dozen are going to not surprise me. They might surprise you, but maybe not. Okay? Inevitably, there are scandals. It always goes down this way. Because these people aren't real. They're fake. They're showing you something that doesn't exist. It's not real. Look at Micah Stauffer. The scandal in that. And what they portrayed on camera was absolutely not what was going on behind the scenes. And that's gross. You're basically lying. That's all you're doing is lying. So F.
Making a video in a time where I showed a side of myself that I didn't even know existed, and I think that led to even more confusion.
We've seen all the sides of you on YouTube.
For me and for you guys. So I'm just really sorry. I get that based off of the things that have been said, and based off of even things that are true, that maybe I'm not somebody that you resonate with anymore, and I'm not...
We don't resonate with you? It's true, we don't resonate with you. Dumbass. Resonate. Man, Kyra's the sole reason I'm bringing back the grammar police. It's worth it. Okay? Resonate. What does the word resignate even mean? Resignate meaning to surrender. So, yeah, you didn't get close. Shh, no. Resonate.
Not somebody that you want to watch or have a part of your life in any way that maybe I was before. I know my breakup was a letdown to a lot of people, and I get it.
No, the breakup wasn't the letdown, Kyra. That wasn't the letdown. I mean, to some, maybe your younger fans, it probably is, because honestly, there were some people commenting like, it's like you guys are my YouTube parents and you breaking up is like my parents breaking up, and that's really weird. And so stop letting your kids watch TV and get invested in like people like this, okay? It's really, really weird. That's another thing. People who allow their kids to watch this stuff, and people who are immersed in these types of families, you're never going to have your heart broken, because they're not that. What they're portraying to you is not true. There's a guy out there, a couple people want me to cover this. There's 2 people going back and forth about their breakup, and they were family vloggers, and I'll do it, right? I'll cover it. But that's it. Like, why would you be like, why? Stop it. Tushpa!
I still feel a lot of guilt and a lot of shame over the fact that it was...
Oh yeah, sorry, I go back to what I was saying. We're not mad about the breakup. If you just had a normal breakup because you just, for whatever reason, irreconcilable differences, they understand, like, I just not happy anymore, and like Oscar did all these things, and I want more cats, whatever, right? People would get over that way quicker. It's when everything started coming out about who you really were. It's people don't appreciate you cheating on somebody. That's it. That's like, when you reveal who you really are, people can't unsee it anymore. And that's the way it is.
My choice, and the fact that I didn't handle it the way that I should have, and the way that I wanted to. Like, I wanted to do it right. I didn't. I look.
No, you didn't.
Back now, and I'm like, what was wrong with me? Like,
Agreed. What was wrong with you? Is it really worth it? Is it really? To just, like, at its core, Kyra seems to love her children. She says it. I agree. I believe her. I don't think she hates her children. I think she loves herself more than she loves her children. Let's be real. I think she loves herself way beyond anything else. But I think she loves her children. If you take a step back and put it into focus, think about what you did and who you're with and how gross and slimy that is just for your children. Because they'll come around.
Don't know what I was thinking, but I turned myself off to be able to handle it, and then I forgot to like turn myself back on, and then I was just
what? Don't say words that don't make sense.
Desensitized, and I was a bitch, and I was emotionless, and I hurt a lot of people in my life that I really do care about their opinions.
Why don't you go to my wedding?
And this goes for offline too, like not just on the internet. So it's
yeah. Again, she's having a realization as she comes closer to this large event in her life, which is supposed to be a celebratory event. It's supposed to be the thing you do once. Okay, getting married is a big deal. It really is. I still think there's some true, I'm altruistic, maybe I'm old school, but I think getting married should be a celebration of amazing love and that kind of stuff. I hate weddings, don't get me wrong, but I mean, I think this should happen. I hate weddings because I just used to be a wedding photographer, so that's why. Anyway, all that to say is that she's having this realization now. She's crying because she's buried in her lies, and they're all coming out. The chickens are coming home to roost, right? That's what's happening. And she's got to do this video because she's like, I can't, because I don't even think she realizes that the lies build up to a point where then she's like, okay, to move on to this next phase of my life, I'm going to be exposed for the liar I am. That's exactly what's happening. Holy cow, there's going to be 6 people at my wedding. All these people I hurt in my life I didn't listen to. I told them to F off. I want taint. Oh, they were right. You think? And that's why she does this video. Not to apologize, but to mitigate the disaster that's coming forward in the next few videos in the wedding. That's it. Because it's just more selfishness.
It's just been really hard. But I do feel as though that part of my life, that chapter is closed to an extent, right?
It's not closed. That chapter of your life is not closed. You know why it's not closed? Because your children are that chapter of your life. It will never be closed. The things you did, the evil that you did, is going to live on forever. And your children are just going to be aware of it as they get older. And it's going to come to, like, if your kid already thinks you're a psychopath, he's 8. Okay? Elle is 8 years old and he's calling you a psychopath. I don't even think my 8-year-old knows what that means at all. That kid is so aware. He's a smart kid. And that's just going to get worse for you. Your kids are going to leave you, Kyra, go no contact eventually, because this is a pattern of behavior that continues to emerge and we continue to see even as we watch the old OK Baby videos. Okay Baby videos. You're not going to change. You might have these moments where you're like sad and depressed because of your actions, but you're not going to change. Let's be real. You're not going to change. And that's just going to alienate people more and more. And your children are going to be like, Dad's better. And they know Dad's better. Because Oscar, all he wanted to do was love you. And I'm not saying you had a perfect relationship. I'm not saying that he was perfect. Not at all. Okay? Well, none of us are. But all he really wanted to do, and evident every time we watch a video, was just please you. And imagine having somebody who like honored you, who worshiped the ground you walked on, and you're like, well, bye. So that's going to come back to haunt you. This chapter will never be closed. Okay? It's open. Thank you for it.
I know it let a lot of you guys down, but I don't think that's where necessarily all the hurt and betrayal comes from. I feel like a lot of the anger and upsetness comes from the choice after of me falling in love with my ex-best friend's ex.
God, the way that she said that. The way that she just said that, again, negates everything she said. My ex-best friend's ex. Like, it's not even a big deal. Like, why don't you just say people's names? Why don't you come out? Look, Hannah was my best friend. Preston was her husband. I'm now marrying her ex-husband. My ex-best friend's ex. And she's trying to line it up that they weren't cheating. To this, I don't care what anybody says. Based on what I know and the information I've had and the conversation I had with that person they had at that hotel, and I have no reason to think they're lying. To this day, I still have conversations with them all the time. And thank God that she came out with that information. Why would they were drunk? And they were talking about how they'd been together for 9 months. And at that point, it would have put them in October before the breakup. Why would she lie about? Why would my source lie about that? No reason to lie about it, because they're trying to make her comfortable, and she's trying to say, and that's why I think that the Hannah comes into the situation, because they said they'd been experiencing this and it was a bad thing, and so they wanted to go do it with strangers instead. That's why I think this, because Hannah has a right to not tell anybody if she doesn't want to, but that's why I think, honestly, Kyra's so cocky about the fact that Hannah will never speak out, because Hannah's got a life to lead. She doesn't want everybody knowing that she's engaged in threesomes. Some people are ashamed of that type of stuff. Maybe she did it once and was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. And it led to the breakup. Because inevitably open marriages, generally, not all the time, but like 98% of the time, lead to breakups. It's not healthy. We are meant to be monogamous, I think. Pretty sure we're mammals. Like, some people say we're not, but yeah, I mean, generally, because we have thoughts and souls and hearts and love and everything else. I mean, that's generally the rule, and that's why she's so unpopular, because she broke that general rule of humanness.
Now, nothing about this situation, as far as him and I go, is going to change. We're about to get married. I'm very happy. I'm the happiest that I have been.
Look at those zits tell a different story, though.
And in myself and as a human being, but also in a relationship. And I know that's really hard to come by. I mean, how many people...
What? To come by? What are you saying? Do you mean comprehend? Is that what you're trying to say here? What are you trying to say? Imagine grading this girl's papers in high school. She didn't graduate, so it doesn't matter.
In their lives can say that they're genuinely in relationships that they feel equal in and loved in, and they feel love to give in.
How many people? I don't know. Lots and lots and lots of people. Most, I guess. Not saying, yeah, lots of people. How many people can say they're in a relationship that they're loved? I mean, lots of people. That's normal. It's how you came by that, though. That's what we're all worried about here. Okay, that's what your kids should be worried about. You lied, Kyra. You basically sat down with your foot up on a table, with your feet up on the table, acting all cocky about how you're like not dating anybody. At that time, you had been dating Preston for sure. Even if you don't believe the cheating allegations, you lied. People don't like liars, Kyra, and you're a damned liar.
But I am embarrassed. I hate that it's him.
Did you just say you loved him? She can't be real right now. She can't be saying things like, I found genuine love. I hate that it's him, though. The love is resignating.
I love him, and I don't... I get nervous to offend anybody that I talk about, because I've realized my intentions don't matter. It's how it comes across.
Imagine Hannah watching this. Okay? Or Oscar. She's trying to be like all honest, but I love him. That was someone else's husband. So I don't care what you say. And it was like, and I understand if it was someone else's husband you didn't know, but that was your best friend's husband. You broke girl code. I don't even know girl code, but I know that's girl code. Like, there's bro codes too, right? Those two codes are pretty much tight. You don't date your best friend's ex. It's just, you don't. It's just a bridge too far for a lot of people. You just don't do it, because you will burn that bridge.
And I'm not embarrassed of him. I think he's one of the greatest people
I'd be embarrassed of him
to exist. But it doesn't mean that I'm not embarrassed by this situation. I know.
Yes, you are.
No, it's not right. He knows it's not right. We know it's not right. But what's
not right about it then? He knows, we know, we all know it's not right. Is she admitting here what she's admitting? It's not right. It would be all right if you weren't lying. Like, again, it would be fine. Like, right, wrong, whatever, bro code, whatever. Take that all out. But she's admitting right now that it is wrong what they did, and that's cheating.
It is what it is. We both really bonded.
I hate when she does that. She's like, I know it's wrong, we're evil, it is what it is, let's move on.
And fell in love over being hurt by being the bad guys, because both of us were the people who left our relationships, and by having nobody, because...
Hear that for a second. That's quite interesting. She's like, we trauma bonded because we're the ones who broke our relationships up. So you guys had full control of what your happiness could have been, but you trauma bonded. Here's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like she wanted Preston in her life a long time, even before Preston probably even knew, right? And she acted in a way that made that happen eventually. Or she wanted something she couldn't have, and she made it happen. Right? That's what it sounds like. She made incremental changes over time, and then it just ended up being that way. And they say trauma bonded because they were looking for those problems. So they both sound like they both sabotaged the relationship, if they weren't cheating, which they were. But let's say they weren't. It still sounds like they sabotaged their relationships to be together. Ew. Ugh.
We were both in relationships where not a lot of people on the outside knew what was going on the inside.
That's called cheating.
And so when those relationships were separated, a lot more people were hurt than just the people in the relationship. And
wow, Kyra, you suck at this, trying to be all like, just say what you need to say. A lot of people were hurt because we decided to be together and break up our relationships. That's it. So she's trying to get around that by saying it weird, but she's not intelligent enough to make any cohesive statements on it. It made it worse. You cheated, Kyra. Just come out with the truth. Move on with your life.
The person to point the finger at is the person who made the choice, right? And I'm not making excuses by any means. I'm just...
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, you are.
Just kind of explaining how we found each other and why...
You can't just be like, how we found each other was cheating. Thanks for the explanation. You idiot.
I think in my mind it happened so fast because it was just so alone and so helpless and so guilty and sick and not.
What are you feeling guilty for, Kyra? What do you feel like? Make it like she's saying it all right here, everybody. I'm sorry, she's saying it all. She feels guilty because she cheated, and so did Preston and their dingleberries.
And all the things. And so
why would you would have nothing to feel guilty for if you didn't cheat. And she's like, if you guys just knew. You're admitting it right here.
No, I don't wish it happened that way. But I want to move forward and I want to just do...
Oh, do you? That's nice for you. It's nice for you.
Do a better job about being honest with who I am, expressing my hard times, not worrying about the comments or people taking things the wrong way or taking the truth and then manipulating it into a million other things.
Taking the truth and then like dissecting the truth. Like we're not manipulating the truth, Kyra. That would be considered a lie. Again, she has said this a million times. If you guys just knew, I would be vindicated. Then vindicate yourself. Why would you not? After all this, you're crying in a car. You lost all your friends. Nobody likes you. Preston's parents don't like you. Nobody likes you, Kyra. Okay, he's basically alienated himself from his family, his friends. Preston too, and you. If you can be vindicated, would you really not? Again, Hannah is the linchpin in the vindication here, if anything, at all. Okay? So Kyra probably feels like because Hannah allowed that to happen, in my opinion, I'm not saying I'm correct, I'm saying this is what I think, that again, and it was probably Kyra just incrementally hitting that and talking about it and then doing a sex podcast about it, being all sex positive and saying, oh, if we're going to do this, let's try this threesome thing. They probably, I don't know if Hannah even knows this. She was probably coerced into it, by the way. Probably given an ultimatum by Preston. So, and then it happens, then she feels guilty about it all, right? And then it breaks up the relationship. I still blame Kyra and Hannah and Preston for that. I think that Hannah was coerced into it. I think it happened probably once and she hated herself for doing it. That's what I think. But she was predatory from the beginning, and so was Preston about this whole thing. Ultimately her, though, because she's the one that was the boss. She's the one that had the big following and started the podcast, do all the thing, and push and brought Hannah into all this stuff. She did all that. It was this big ruse. It was a big giant freaking husband heist. That's all that really was. She used her power and her clout to build these things and build relationships with someone that wasn't her husband. And eventually coerced that couple into doing something they probably didn't really want to do. And then broke up their marriage and then took the dude. That's what I'm saying. It sounds weird, but I wholeheartedly believe that.
I just want to go back to creating content and loving it because I do still love it, or trust me, I wouldn't do it, especially with all like...
Yeah, you would. You have no choice but to do this because it's the only way you get paid right now because you have zero education. You have nothing to offer the world. And even if she did go work at like a daycare or something like that, you're not going to get paid nearly what you ever made on OK Baby. You're going to make not enough. That's what I'm saying.
With all the people that don't like me, it doesn't really make sense that I keep doing it, but I really...
Agreed. Why do you?
I love it still. I mean, some of the best people I've ever met in my life came from doing what I do.
Meeting strangers online, that's nice.
Now, all of that being said, I know that me being with him and me having a breakup 2 years ago is not the only...
I say it like that. 2 years, like 2 years ago. Doesn't negate what you did. Who cares how long ago it was? The reason people hate you, Kyra, is because you're a liar. You lied about the whole thing. And you broke up a great family. You broke up what you had. for something that you think is better that's not going to be better. Someone commented on the Reddit forum too. Preston likely will be a twice divorced dude by the time he's 30.
Only thing that has let people down. There's been comments here and there. There's been lives that I do that upset people. And I also am sorry for those things. Now, not all of those things would I take back because some of them are true or some of them are just me trying to be open, which I can't help but do. I just need to learn to do it in a more respectful way and a place that doesn't have a lot of emotions behind it, because I should know better by now in my life that if I'm still feeling hurt or upset, I shouldn't be taking to the internet about it, even if it's about the internet.
What? No, go for it. Be all you want, Kyra. I think she thinks that people are upset for her because she's like kind of like an attitude girl. Like, I'm like a boss girl, hashtag. Like, let's do this. Boss babe, girl boss, girl math. I'm all those. No one cares about that, Kyra. Be you. Probably why a lot of people liked you to begin with when they thought you were normal. Okay, she still thinks that people just don't like her because of her personality. Well, obviously that stuff is compounded and it's exponentially made worse by your actions, obviously. And then they're like, okay, yeah, now it's all coming in. All the puzzle pieces start falling together when they start realizing who you really are. Okay, but it's because your actions, Kyra. It's your actions, the things that you've done, the predatory behavior. Thanks, Mom. What'd you get me? Sugar cookie oat latte. Will this make me poop my pants or can I have oat milk? That is good. Dang.
I really care about what I do. I really care about you guys, and I know I've let you down, and I can never stop saying I'm sorry, and I can never...
Sorry for what? Sorry for what?
Well, hopefully I can stop feeling embarrassed and making myself...
You're not going to stop.
Hopefully like a fool more and more.
That's not going to happen either. Kyra has these realizations. This is like, it's very much like I can see the addict behavior. That's what I'm seeing here. Because I grew up with an addict. And so they have these moments of clarity and they're like, I'm going to change completely. And they're not going to change. She said she's going to upload 3 times a week in November. Already not. She's lying. So they have these moments of clarity. It's great. And then they just go back on it and they become who they really are. You're not going to change who you are, Kyra. So just get off the internet and go live your life privately like that person said. That's the best thing for you.
But I want to move on. And I want this to be the last time that anything is ever talked about when it comes to...
Oh, on my end, obviously, you can't control the rest of it.
This, because it's been a really...
This is it. Nobody else talk about me, okay? Like, this is it. Yeah, you made such a clarifying video here.
Long 2 years, and it's not just online for me. This is also my real life. And so I want to take the right...
Oat milk is good.
...steps and do the right things and make the right choices.
It's like oatmeal-y. I like this. Dang. Wifey nailed it.
To get past this. That's my TED Talk. That's where my heart's at. I want.
Thanks for this TED Talk. That's more like a damn it.
I want happiness. And I want it.
Do you? You want happiness at the expense of other people, though. That's the problem here, Kyra. That's why no one likes you.
Every aspect of my life. And of course, now that my personal life is there, it's not here. And that was one of the favorite parts of my life for so long is you guys.
Yeah. But then you did the dirty to people. No one likes you anymore. That's the reality that you are faced with now.
Can do is take accountability and...
You didn't take accountability in this video, though, liar!
Try to...
What do you mean take accountability? What?
Start fresh.
Oh, but yeah, good.
I really do.
Fresh start.
Love you guys, and I'm very grateful for you.
Sorry, I don't know if you knew this, but you're just straight. That's just, you're dumb. I'm sorry, there's no other way to say this. Before we get to the comments, Preston posted on her birthday with this picture. What filter's that, or is it the mirror? What is he reading? Somebody tell me what book that is. Find that for me. What are you wearing, Kyra? Anyway, this is what Preston says. Happy birthday to my absolute stunning fiancé. You're the best woman I've ever met. You endure so much, you do so much, and you love so much. Yeah. You're such an amazing mom. I appreciate you more than you know. I love you more, but I'm pretty sure that Kyra wrote this. That's who wrote this. Shucks, I love you too. She wrote it like 2 seconds after she posted it on his account. Oh my gosh. Oh, the Reddit forum was so good because they've been pointing out, like, this is her engagement picture, everybody. This is something she'll frame on her wall. Feet are up like this. They're literally doing a sex pose for their Instagram in their living room on the back of with a balloon arch in the back. That's gross, Kyra. Get some class. Oh, more class there. It's Preston with his damn weird mustache. Why you gotta do that, buddy? You're not making anything better for yourself. Here's my forehead. And again, if you think it's funny, but she's sitting on his neck. He looks uncomfortable. This is who Kyra is. She doesn't even realize she's being so... This is her. I shit on people. Maybe she's farting there. That's maybe what's going on, because they like the farts. Ugh. I'm sorry. She's so trashy. She went from being someone people really, really enjoyed and liked and all this, which is weird, I don't know why, to this, to the trash. And she's like... So when Kyra went to discover herself, she discovered that she's trash. And that's hilarious. I'm sorry, that's funny. It's funny. So one more thing. Let's go over to Kyra's. This is what she posted. She posted the video and she left the comments up, which is bananas, by the way, that she left the comments up. So new YouTube video. I said, when you have a report due and you need to fill the word count. I'm sorry, that's funny. I was funny there. She kept saying 2 years, but wasn't it just last year they broke up? The affair had started a while ago, but she's definitely not admitting to that. Hard to keep up with the lies. Another 6-minute video says, nothing, congratulations, forehead. People are like, it costs nothing to be nice. It also costs nothing, where it says here, to not cheat on your fiance and ruin your family. It costs nothing. I was one of your biggest fans, Kyra, and you just blew it all up. You know it's wrong. See, and Kyra can be like, well, it's not an airport. You don't have to announce your departure. Blah, blah, blah. But that's right there, Kyra's why you're losing so many subscribers. She's below 800,000 now. She's lost. How many has she lost? I can't even imagine. Holy cow. It's getting crazy. Which is why she did the video, because she's losing tons of subscribers. But she keeps getting ad reads, and I have no idea how. Look at the subscribers. She's bleeding subscribers. Just losing them. She has 400,000 views, which is crazy that she still has 400,000 views. So she makes a couple $1,000 a month. Still makes enough to maybe pay her mortgage. Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. Okay. See, this is what happens when people see you do gain. She's got 800,000 subscribers, right? Or had. How many did she have? She had over 800,000 subscribers. She's under 800 now. She was like 870 or something like that at one point. But she's. This is what I mean when you when you lose subscribers, you double lose, because it's overcoming your growth. It's like engulfing your growth, and she's just bleeding subscribers. Look at this. Look at this. Just losing it. Gone. Most people's, even Dr. Dozen isn't going down. It's kind of plateauing, but it's not like this. She's losing everything. And this is why, Kyra, because you alienated your friends. You alienated your fans because you're like, I wish I didn't fall in love with him. You didn't have to fall in love with him. That was your nanny's husband. And I'm telling you, it goes way back before even the cheating. I think Kyra was eyeing him before he even realized it. And then Kyra used her platform, her clout, okay baby, to do the beneath the sheets, and got her into it because she brought Preston along with her. Hired Preston to be part of that because she wanted Preston to hear all about the sex and the things that she knew, and the double rubbing. Starting fires out in the woods with some guy's wiener. Do not start a pube fire, okay? That hurts. Honey, you stole someone's husband. Burn. I love it, because then people come out. Someone says, it doesn't effing matter. Even if it was only her boyfriend. Dude, please, I don't know if you guys know about value and girl code, but when you have a friend, her significant other is just off limits. Yeah. Same with dudes. Unless it's a kidnapping, people don't get stolen. They choose to leave. Choose to cheat is what you meant to say there. Right? Choose to leave. Again, this is a tribe. The people they're sticking up for are people who likely have cheated and would cheat and don't care. They're like literal ghouls who don't care about anybody's feelings, and they're nasty, and a lot of them have kids. And some people keep saying they weren't married. Yes, they were married. Butt crack. You still continue to lie, and that's the only issue people have at this point. Admit to what happened and you'll gain some respect. No, she won't. She will not. Don't apologize to us. Apologize to your kids and the people you hurt in your real life, not people on the internet. We're human. We all make mistakes, but you're apologizing to the wrong crowd. Amen. No need to apologize to strangers on the internet when you need to apologize to your kids. Take accountability for what? Say it. Say it and stop tiptoeing around it. This isn't taking accountability. You need to actually tell us what you're sorry for, what you did, and your apology. Right? Because she did say in there, lies. She admitted it. Yay, that means a new Snark Dad Challenge podcast. I love people get excited. You guys, it warms my heart that you want me to talk about things and you listen to me ramble. I honestly, I feel, and I'm not just saying that to be about Kyra, but in any situation when people are looking for my opinion, it actually makes me feel Wow. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know how else to say that. You said a whole lot of nothing. This video was only made because you're losing money. Let's be honest. Mm-hmm. I will always love you. That's weird, stranger on the internet. Creep. You should suck her farts when she loves. Love it. I would never blame someone for having to step away from a relationship that doesn't work. And I'm proud of you for taking that step. You're such an idiot. She cheated. I'm proud of you for cheating and throwing your family up. See, this people believe this stuff. They're like, if you're not happy, step away. Like, leave everybody. And in the end, if you could, when Kyra is on her deathbed and she's older, her regrets are going to be enormous. And they're going to, like, eat her alive for the rest of her life. Log off, girl. Go get a real job. Don't be tricked by this narc. Ooh, that's a bird. Okay, so here it is. Kyra Renee Sivertson. I love this page. Guys, go subscribe here, okay? The snarkers here are, like, legit. And they protect me, and I love it. A bunch of people hate me. They're like, well, Josh is just as bad, and he, like, re-exploits cats. Like, he re-exploits So, when you say re-exploit, you're an idiot. Ugh, she makes me want to puke. Comments. That photo is disgusting. I'm sorry. Like, everybody thinks, like, Kyra, ew. I guess she got a donut for her birthday. That's nice. Here's a donut for your birthday. She's charging $10 now for her Instagram lives. I'm gonna pay it though. I'm gonna do a live snark. It's gonna be fun. When's her next one? Remember, keep me in the loop. No volume. Oh my God, she's put that thing in her mouth? Did she put a Q-tip in her lips? And then wipe it in her eyes? What are you doing? You're gonna get pink eye. Don't do that, guys. Use Vaseline or something. Yeah, Kyra, did you really just imply being with P is inevitable? Yes, she did imply that. She's like, you can't help who you fall in love with. Yeah, you can. Yeah. There are people who are off limits and you just don't express feelings for them. You can just be like, hey, they're nice, but that's it. That's it. That's just nice. They're nice people. I can be friends with people. Yeah, there. Is Preston deadass going to be married and divorced twice before 30? Daddy P. Someone dug up Preston's LinkedIn. Graduated in 4 years without any troubles. What kind of statement is that? Well, I'm definitely hiring this guy. No troubles after graduating? Oh, it's nice. Imagine being Preston and then, like, getting a potential job and then finding my videos. An idiot. Anyway, there it is, everybody. Kyra's video in a nutshell. Garbage. Trash. But finally starting to admit things. Kyra, I think Kyra, she's going to give this one big thing later on. She's going to let it all out. Story time. Here's exactly the truth. She's going to make a bunch of money on that video. And then she's going to be more hated. But she's going to do it as like a Hail Mary. Because I don't think even having kids is going to get, like, she's bleeding tens of thousands of subscribers. Nobody likes her anymore. Ad reads are going to start becoming less and less because they're going to see, well, looks like your growth curve is on the way down. That's a big red flag for people who want to give her money. And I cannot believe there are people still giving her money. It is crazy to me. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for coming and seeking out my videos on these things. I appreciate you. Take a huge breath. You are classic. And I mean like classic, like a Trans Am. Just badass. Straight 8. Baller. Nice butt. Maybe you got a T-top. You're good. Don't you forget it. You need to be here. Protect your kids. And thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you when I see you.